go. Good evening, folks. We will be starting in roughly 10 minutes. We have a slight delay. I apologize. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lieutenant Adam Nichols. I am the Assistant Recruit Training Coordinator for the Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service. Tonight is the culmination of 12 weeks of practical and academic challenges. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Recruit Class 51. Before we begin this evening or get deeper into our program, just please notice the exits. No smoking in here. Please silence your cell phones if you have them on yourselves. And in addition, the venue has asked us not to have any food or drink inside. If I could ask everyone to please rise for the presentation of colors by the Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service Honor Guard, accompanied by the Montgomery County Firefighters Pipes and Drums. Captain Sherry Hull will now sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we've watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
At this time, we will have a moment of silence and remembrance of those firefighters who have lost their lives in the line of duty. Please take your seats. To begin, I'd like to acknowledge a few distinguished guests with us this evening, gracing us with their presence. Councilman Sidney Katz, the District 3 rep, the Chief Administrative Officer for Montgomery County, Richard Maldolino, and also a warm welcome to all of our fire rescue brothers and sisters in attendance from our current jurisdiction, neighboring and visiting departments, as well as all of those online who are viewing this. We appreciate your presence, and thank you for helping us celebrate these 17 individuals tonight. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Council Member and Chief of Public Safety Committee, the Honorable Sidney Katz, to say a few words.
Thank you very, very much. I'm here on behalf of a very thankful Montgomery County Council for all that the Fire and Rescue Service does, all the first responders do for Montgomery County each and every day, and you never get enough thank yous. But I'm here to especially thank the class for doing what they have done and knowing that this work that they are doing saves so many lives. Montgomery County is in many ways as large in population-wise as 6 states. We have over 1 million people that live in it. Montgomery County certainly has the largest jurisdiction in the state of Maryland. In fact, there's 23 counties in Maryland. Both Gaithersburg and Rockville individually, the largest municipalities in Montgomery County, are larger individually than a third of the counties in Maryland. We have the same concerns, the same issues as many states have. And we know that the last couple of weeks, we've had as many problems. I was talking to the chief just a few moments ago and said, well, you all certainly have had nothing to do the last couple of weeks. In Montgomery County, the last couple of weeks, we had a building explode. We had a plane stay on a string, on a wire, 100 feet in the air for several hours. We made national and literally international news, and the people in the plane were saved. They're out of the hospital. Montgomery County has the best fire and rescue service, first responders in America, and I mean that sincerely. And I can tell you that you have a grateful Montgomery County Council. You're going to hear from the county executive side in a few moments. I know he's grateful as well. But you have a very grateful Montgomery County Council. We're getting ready to have a new council starting on Monday. We'll be sworn in. We're going from 9 members to 11. The current council president, Gabe Albornoz, sends his thanks. The new council president just texted me 2 seconds ago, Evan Glass, sends his thanks, because we know that we not only can never take you for granted, we are your partner and have your back. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, Mr. Katz. It is also a great pleasure that I introduce the Chief Administrative Officer, the Honorable Richard Maldolino, to say a few words as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations to the class, and thank you for joining the Montgomery County government. On behalf of County Executive Mark Elrich and all of your colleagues across the county government, I want to personally thank you for joining this outstanding fire and rescue services and for putting yourself, your careers, your lives on the line for that, as you heard from Councilmember Katz, the more than 1 million people that call Montgomery County home, including my family. So on behalf of them, on behalf of all those colleagues, thank you and congratulations. To all of the family and friends who are here, thank you for your support for your friends and family for joining the Fire and Rescue Service, because their work is noble, their work is critical to the success of this community. and it builds upon generations of people who have served this community and kept it guarded well every single day. Now, Councilmember Katz talked about the amazing news that everyone saw over the weekend as this incredibly talented and skilled fire and rescue service actually got up into the sky and pulled 2 people successfully from a plane 100 feet in the air, dangling in high power lines, brought them down successfully, and to the point where the pilot called the chief today to thank him for the work that was done. The explosion that happened in Gaithersburg, those were big news events that got covered around the region and around the world. But every day over the last few days, you've gone out and you've rescued people from other fires. You've put out fires. You've treated people having heart attacks. You've rescued people from car accidents. You've changed batteries and smoke detectors. You've said hello to a senior citizen who had no one else to care for except calling the fire and rescue service to come over to say hello. So every day you do so many different services to the people of the county, and it is so greatly appreciated. County Executive Elrich has dedicated himself to public safety. He actually chaired the Public Safety Committee for 8 years before Councilmember Katz, before becoming county executive. He's committed to making sure the Fire and Rescue Service has the best training, the best equipment that we can put out onto the roads, and to make sure every single night you come home to your families safe and sound. So again, thank you so much. You know, every year the fire department partners with their colleagues at the International Association of Firefighters to do a program for people like myself and Councilmember Katz to learn about firefighting. And for just one day, we put on all the gear. They dragged us into the flashover fire can. They put us in there, started a fire. It was the craziest day of my life. I thought I had joined a cult. As I was sitting there, everything in my body was telling me, get up and get out. But you're supposed to stay. And I just had to stay for what, I don't know, 30 seconds in that room, which seemed like an eternity. You all have promised to this community that you're going to stay and fight and put out that fire. I don't know how you do it every day, but I am so thankful. The county executive is so thankful that there are brave men and women who are willing to put on the uniform and do that each and every day so the rest of us can have safe and successful and happy lives. So again, on behalf of the county executive, on behalf of all your colleagues across the county, thank you so much and congratulations. And happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Madalena. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the Fire Chief of Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service, Chief Scott Goldstein.
As you just heard from Councilmember Katz, Public Safety Chairman, CAO Madaleno, the support throughout county government runs deep. When we started this evening's ceremony, Lieutenant Nichols asked us to observe a moment of silence for firefighters. 85 firefighters have passed this year, 2 in the month of November. I will read their names and the circumstances. Basil Pizzuto, Saddlebrook, New Jersey, Saddlebrook Fire Department, November 22nd, heart attack during training. Johnny Tetrick, Cleveland Division of Fire, Cleveland, Ohio, November 19th, struck on Interstate 90 after vehicle went around blocking apparatus and into an accident scene. These are the types of incidences, these are the types of events that CAO Madaleno talked about that we go to every day. And for that, every member of this audience should be proud of their loved one, newly joining our service, or member of our service for years, as mentioned, generations and generations in the past, as they provide to the community unwavering. Today belongs to RC 51, absolutely. They started 12 weeks ago. We're here to celebrate their graduation, their move out of the academy or the training school to the field starting on Sunday. But I had a chance to talk to them yesterday, and I outlined to them the utmost important part. And today, this evening, we're going to demonstrate that. RC 51, please stand. Give a round of applause to your family members that are here tonight for their support of you. RC 51. Take a seat, please. RC 51, be seated. Mom, dad, husbands, wives, children's, grandparents, friends, neighbors, whomever you are the reason they're here. You have put up with them. You have supported them. You make them come to work each day. You will make them be the people they are. And for that, I am grateful to you, because as a leader of this organization, it's only because of the family at home that enables them to come to work, to come to their duty. You will have the main component, the main responsibility, and the support network. And while we are stubborn people, the people in the uniform are stubborn, and there will be days when we forget how important you are, just give us a little reminder and highlight the fact that you are there. We need to take care of you because you are the ones who make it possible for them to come to work. My appreciation, again, straight to you. Thank you very much. For your recruit, for your loved ones here, this may be the fulfillment of a lifelong dream to join Montgomery County Fire Rescue. This may be a new career path. They may have switched from a trade industry or volunteer fire rescue provider in their community, but they are here together. I told them yesterday that they are now part of many families. You are their family. They are now RC 51 family. They're now MCFRS family. And as President Buttle will talk about, they're part of another bigger family, the family of the professional firefighters, IAFF. That family is always here to help each and every one of them. Mr. Madalino talked about the support provided by our legislative and executive branch, as well as Mr. Katz. That expectation is, that commitment comes with extraordinarily high expectations. That is only second to the expectations of the residents of this community. They expect, let alone they deserve, to have the highest level of care. The highest professional personnel arrive at their scene who are experts in their field, who have the best training, the best equipment, and can do it in the blink of an eye and answer those 911 calls, as Rich talked about. In a few minutes, they're going to raise their hand, swear the oath of office to become a firefighter rescuer. That's a ceremony, a part of the time, but they are also creating an IOU to the men and women of this community, and an IOU that may draw upon them and make a great deal of strain upon them. For us to be prepared to answer those alarms, we must train, we must equip, we must strive to minimize the risk, while, however, acknowledging it can never be eliminated. When I talked to them yesterday, I was very, very frank with them. Maybe they've already mentioned some of the components that talked about. I wanted them to hear from me information that they should resonate for the next 25, 30 years. That's 9,000 and some days, right? As I outlined to them, they better not start counting because it's a long time to come. But I gave them the chief's perspective, the chief's expectations. You heard some of those from Mr. Madalino, Mr. Katz, but I also gave them a couple of challenges. 10, 15 years, they're going to be standing behind this podium, lieutenant in the recruit training office, captain in the recruit training office. Another 10 years after that, they can be sitting on this stage as the assistant chief at the training academy. They could be standing on this stage in this very spot taking my job. I commend them for that. Tell them, challenge accepted, power ahead. They have that opportunity, they have that skill, and they can do that if they put their minds to it. One of the things about our job, as we outline, is the training, the education, the hard work, the dedication, commitment, integrity. I really drove that home yours today when we talked about our time together, competence, and of course, honesty and community trust. The community trust that they inherited this afternoon when they go to the work on Monday or Tuesday is born from all of those in the service today, all of those in the service prior to that. And their job is to build that trust, maintain it, expand it, and for RC 50 plus a few, RC 70 or 80, is to have a higher and deeper level of community trust of their fire rescue providers. There is no doubt Montgomery County has a lot to offer in crazy calls, as mentioned earlier, as well as all components or all hazards within a fire rescue organization. It may be the 31st call of the day at 3 a.m. in the morning, could be the umpteenth call at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It may be on a dark country road without adequate traffic control, reacting to a violent patient who while apparently benign, is actually have concealed weapons with them. Could be exposure to a communicable disease, could be an electrical hazard, and this is part of my regular speech, an electrical hazard, let alone the airplane that flies into high tension power lines. Some of these folks here want to be swiftwater rescue technicians. In a few years, they could be out on the Potomac River, one of the most beautiful natural wonders in this area, but also one of the most deadly. And they can be there training, saving, and making a difference every day. The list goes on and on. The different types of calls and the different types of circumstances that we do get into every day. Take great effort, RC 51, in understanding that you have chosen one of the best callings of mankind to serve without partiality or prejudice, as we will talk about in the oath of office, to serve others at the time of need, to help them no matter what their circumstances are and no matter what the situation, you will be there. And take comfort in the fact that you are now part of a world-class organization. RC 51, congratulations. Thank you very much for joining Montgomery County Fire Rescue. And again, to the members of RC 51's support network and family, my thanks to you for helping them come to work each day and being here. Take care.
Thank you, Chief Goldstein. It is with great pleasure to introduce the training officer of Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service, Assistant Chief Elizabeth Sanford.
Greetings, everybody. I'm Assistant Chief Beth Sanford from the Training Academy. I'm very glad to be here this evening. I've got a couple things to say. The first one is going to piggyback on what Chief Goldstein said with regard to public trust. Gents, one of the greatest gifts that you have been given automatically by doing what you do, what we all do, is, and we talked about this at the beginning of recruit school, and I'm going to talk about it again here for just a quick minute because it's worth repeating and remembering and finding a place to just tuck it in and always be able to draw on it. And that is the fact that this gift that we have is the gift of essentially automatic public trust. They trust us. Everybody trusts us when we show up. And that's so, it's such a gift. It's so important, and it's a gift. It's a two-way gift. We receive part of that gift. We have been given the opportunity to be in somebody's world in their life when they weren't expecting us. As I joked with you at the beginning of recruit school, you're walking into a house and somebody didn't put the toilet seat down. There's dirty dishes in the sink. They didn't know we were coming. They didn't take a bath. They didn't brush their teeth, whatever it is. We have been given a gift of trust, and it's so deeply important that we value that, and that we, every time we roll out the door, that we remind ourselves that trust that we're giving and receiving, how deeply important that is. So that's number one, and then the last thing I wanted to say to you guys is just, we're super proud of you. Graduation is fun. all the folks here in the audience, everybody up here on stage, and I think you've felt it. I hope you have. I know I have, sitting over there. There's a lot of pride here. There's a lot of pride, and we have a lot to be proud of. We're proud of you. We're proud of all you guys. Everybody here is super proud of you. We're so deeply proud to launch you out to the fire stations, be gone from the training academy till you come back and take some more classes. We're very, very proud of you. We know you're proud of yourselves, and you should be. Take that pride, take that the respect and the trust that you've worked for and has also been given to you, and have a great time in your career. Thanks.
Thank you, Chief Sanford. It is with pleasure that I introduce our next speaker, Jeff Buttle, President of the International Association of Firefighters, Local 1664.
Good evening, everybody. You've heard a number of our speakers talk about some of the challenges that we've had as a fire and rescue service with the number and severity of incidents we've ran here lately, but it kind of just goes to show with the fire service, whether you're a graduating recruit who's going to be working your first shift in the field beginning next week, or you have 30 years on the job, you just never know what you're going to find and what the shift is going to bring when you come to work. And as highly trained and as good as we are as Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service, we couldn't do it without the support of our appointed and elected officials, our Chief Administrative Officer, Rich Madalino, and the Chair of the Public Safety Committee, Sid Katz. I always try to publicly thank them for being the ones that provide the resources to us so we can effectively do our jobs out there, because without that, we wouldn't be able to be so successful in the way that we are. On behalf of the Montgomery County Career Firefighters Association, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome the friends and family of Recruit Class 51 as we congratulate them on successfully completing the first milestone of their careers with the Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service. Over the course of the training program that Recruit Class 51 has just completed, the instructors and staff at our Public Safety Training Academy have instilled in each of you the knowledge and the skills that you will need to be able to perform your job in an outstanding manner and under the most trying of circumstances. Our profession, that of a professional firefighter or paramedic, is as honorable and rewarding of a profession that you will find anywhere in the world. As you graduate from recruit class and enter into the next phase of your probationary training, there are a few things you should keep in mind that will serve you well throughout your career. First, your reputation. This is the most valuable asset that you have. What you say and what you do defines who you are. Your reputation began the first day you walked through the doors of the training academy and will continue to develop throughout your entire career. Punctuality. Be on time when you're supposed to be there, and when you're supposed to be there. This is a direct reflection of your dependability as an individual. And finally, teamwork and the ability to function as a member of a team. This is the foundation for everything we do in the fire service. It is essential that regardless of individual differences, you maintain the ability to stand side by side with your fellow firefighters to overcome the many challenges that you will face together. Today, in addition to graduating from the academy, you become the member of a family of over 1,100 firefighters and paramedics here in Montgomery County and 330,000 professional firefighters nationwide. Regardless of the situation, you can rest assured that as a member of this family, you will always have somebody there to help you during your time of need. On behalf of the members of our association, I am proud to welcome you into our family of professional firefighters and paramedics. To each of the members of Recruit Class 51, congratulations on your accomplishment and best wishes to each of you throughout your entire career. Thank you.
Thank you, President Buttle. I'd also like to recognize in our audience tonight, as a distinguished guest, Councilmember-elect Lori Ann Sales. Thank you for your attendance. Without further delay, I will ask distinguished guests, senior staff, and members of the recruits training staff to come forward to assist us in the presentation of the Class A covers as well as their certificates. Samuel Allen.
Their loved ones can come down and take pictures.
Family and friends, if you'd like to take photos, please come forward. Seth Beagley. Benjamin Brown. Eric Hauser. Joshua Held II. Daniel Hogg. Caius Kim. Jared Lewis. Presenting on behalf of the fire chief will be Corporal James Lewis Jr., his father, of the Anne Arundel County Police Department. George McGuire. Nicholas Morper. Nicholas Park. Stephen Sheraldi. Jack Shiner. Levi Taylor. Jacob Theory. Antoine Washington. Brian Williams. We will now move forward with the presentation of the Recruit Awards. If I could have the members of the Recruit Training Office come forward for the presentation.
RC 51, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the effort that you guys put forth every day that you walk through that hallway and pause for a minute or two and walk into the gym. You guys did a really good job. And the guys that we worked with, that you guys work with, are very appreciative. Thank you. As COVID-19 has significantly affected many aspects of our lives, it should have had a significant impact on recruit training. Luckily, months of physical fitness preparation from Lieutenant Smith, Master Firefighter Dennison, and myself and the rest of my people that we work with, we were able to get through it. During recruit school, academic and practical programs are provided in blocks of instruction. However, the physical fitness program continues from day 3 until graduation. The Physical Fitness Award is given to the recruit who excelled in all aspects of the physical fitness program. This individual who I'm getting ready to announce was someone who, day in and day out, when I talk about effort, we talk about giving 100% effort, he gave 110% effort. I haven't seen anyone work like that in a really long time, and we are all super appreciative of the leader that you were during PT. George McGuire, come receive this award.
Chief David B. Gratz was the first career chief of the Silver Spring Fire Department, and in 1974 became the first director of the Department of Fire and Rescue Services for Montgomery County, a predecessor to our current organization. Chief Gratz's accomplishments included serving as the executive director for international operations for the National Fire Protection Association, sitting on the board of directors for Underwriters Laboratory, and paving the way for the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge, an international fitness competition. The David B. Gratz Award is presented to the student in the recruit class who has excelled in all phases of the 12-week-long training program. This recruit has demonstrated not only exceptional knowledge, practical skills, leadership qualities, and a desire to excel, but completed so in a stressful environment with a teamwork-based attitude. These are all qualities which Chief Gratz instilled in those he instructed and worked with. The recipient of the Chief David B. Gratz Award for Recruit Class 51 is Caius Kim.
Thomas Carr Jr. served as the first fire chief of Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service. During Chief Carr's 30-year career, he earned a reputation as a strong, capable leader who, among other things, achieved national accreditation for Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service, organized a national certified USAR team, and fought to improve firefighter safety and staffing levels. Chief Carr had a quiet but effective leadership style that earned him admiration throughout the fire service and on a national level. This award is bestowed upon the recruit who continually exhibits the highest qualities of leadership, integrity, courage, and dedication during the entirety of recruit school. The recipient of this award is chosen by his or her fellow recruits. It is an honor tonight to present the Thomas Carr Jr. Leadership Award to Seth Beagley.
At this time, I would like to ask the members of Recruit Class 51 to come forward to say a few words about the class plaque off to our side.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The recruits of Class 51 had this plaque made to be donated to the Training Academy. It's a token of our appreciation to say thank you to the Training Academy staff for all their hard work, leadership, and mentorship over the last 12 weeks. So thank you, gentlemen.
For those unaware, Mr. Shiner in the audience, his wife and 6-month-old, 6-week-old, I take it back, I'm dating myself, is here, so please. It's been outstanding tonight. If I could have Chief Goldstein come forward for the swearing in.
So, Master Firefighter Anderson, can you raise your hand? Okay, recruit class 51, stand up. Back in the booth is Master Firefighter Anderson. Your job is to make your voice, your name, loud and proud when you cite your name as a part of the swearing in. This room is great, good acoustics. Your loved ones need to hear you. Everyone in this room needs to hear your name as you provide the swearing in. Raise your right hand. I.
Sam Allen. Seth Beagley. Benjamin Brown. Eric Housen. Josh Bell. Daniel Hall. Guy Skip. Jared Lewis. Jordan Dwyer. Nicholas Marker. Nicholas Moore. Stephen Schiraldi. Jack Shiner. Levi Taylor. Jacob Cleary. Antoine Washington. Ryan Williams.
Do solemnly promise and declare.
Do solemnly promise and declare.
That I will support.
That I will support.
The Constitution of the United States. And that I will. Be faithful. And bear true allegiance. To the state of Maryland. And support the Constitution. And laws thereof. And that I will. To the best of my skill and judgment. Diligently and faithfully. Without partiality or prejudice. Execute the office of. Firefighter Rescuer. According to the Constitution and laws of this state. Congratulations, RC 51.
We've forgotten one small issue that we need to resolve. You all can take a quick seat. Gents, you can remain standing. We have forgotten, no, we didn't forget. We're just a little late to the party. I want to recognize these folks behind you that have come up here. This is our recruit training staff, including Elite down there, who was in charge of PT. So I'm the assistant chief in charge of the training academy, but really I'm a facilitator. I help these guys do what they do, but they do it all. They run the whole program. Right now, they ran it for 17 people. The next round, they're going to be running it for 74 people. This is a huge, huge, gigantic undertaking, and I can't tell you how grateful, thankful, blessed, all kinds of insert any positive word you can find. To Captain Jim Felice, Lieutenant Adam Nichols, Lieutenant Matthew Hall, Lieutenant Andrew Wooden, Firefighter Erwin Light, and there are others who are adjunct instructors who have helped us. But these folks here, every single day, they're absolutely awesome, and I know you guys want to thank them.
Thank you, Chief Sanford. As we close out this evening, a special thank you to the Fire Rescue Digital Media Unit. They're hiding up there in the booth, who completed the video and worked behind the scenes to make tonight happen, live stream everything. They're phenomenal. In addition to that, we have several master firefighters running outside, making sure water and beverages and stuff, tripods and tables all ended up here, and we would not really have tonight go off without them. As this concludes our program, we will be showing the recruit assignment video. Please feel free to join us in here as well as outside for light refreshments. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Please drive safe. RC 51 PT uniform 0700 Tamar 224. Take care.
It's not a joke.
Not a joke.
It's not a joke.